Hey, Rook here. Thanks for joining me. And if you're like me, you'll love your jackknife, but maybe it's missing one of your favorite profiles. So today we're going to try to add one by taking one of our normal size picks and cutting it down. I just got this one from Sparrows. It's a Euro hook. It's one of my favorite hooks. I can pick just about anything open with it. I've already unscrewed the jackknife and took out one of the profiles, and I added some painter's tape to my knife, or I'm sorry, my pick, and then traced basically the little notch and the rounded edge and the hole as well. That's, I think, a 532 hole, I believe. I have a punch for it, but you could easily drill it out. Let's go over to the table and we'll do some grinding and see if we can get this to fit in there. All right, we'll speed this up, but I have a hand punch, so I'm going to use it, but you can easily use a drill. As you can see here, I'm just making sure the right size that I'm going to need, making sure that it lines up with the proper punch. Next is putting it in. It's pretty much a pain in the ass process, but something to look at if you're bored. You could fast forward ahead if you're not interested in this. But like I said, you could easily use a hand drill. It's a little more of a pain, but these things are fantastic if you're making picks or anything like that. It's kind of a must. It easily punches through any kind of spring steel that you might have. This is how I make all my holes in my spring steel when I'm making picks and stuff like that. So this has come in handy numerous times. Basically what I'm doing here is lining it up, making sure that I'm punching the proper hole. I skipped the part of the punch because you got to really slam it hard and it's harder to show the camera and not jiggle it kind of thing. That said, I'm lining it up, making sure that it matches, and I'm moving on to the next step, which is grinding off the large part of the handle. Now I'm using a little Dremel here, which works fantastic. You could actually use this Dremel for the rest of the process. I'm going to be using a little bench grinder that I got, part of my growing collection of tools. I've been trying to save away money just so I can try to up my game. But that being said, I like making picks. You might not. A small Dremel is perfectly adequate. Next, I'm just going to grind out that little notch that I see in the other profiles, trying to make it look and match exactly as much as possible anyway by hand. And next I'm going to go over to the grinder, and like I said, you can finish this off with your Dremel. It's perfectly adequate. You definitely want water though in this process, whether you're using the grinder or a Dremel. You want to keep it cool. You don't want any discoloration on the metal, and just pretty much sand and trace, or where you're traced in that, try to get it as close as possible. So here I'm just realigning it with the hole and then retracing the lines, making sure that I have it, outlined, darkened, and just making sure I don't cut off too much. You don't want to cut off more than you have to, that's for sure. You also want to go slow because you can always take a little more off, but you can't put anything back on. So take your time and keep double checking. And I just jumped to the other side real fast just to give it a little bit, smoother finish kind of thing, because that one's a finer one. And that's about it. We're done. All right, we're back on the table. Just to save time, I got everything disconnected. Here's what it looked like. I did take and file it a little bit and just kind of get it cleaned up. But as you can see, looks pretty darn close to the original ones. And we're going to fit it now. Pro tip. So you can see this one side of this screw is smooth when you're trying to remove it with the Allen wrench. Sometimes it spins. What I like to do is take a really good piece of sticky tape, put it over there, and then when you're putting a pressure, it holds pretty tight when you're trying to unscrew so it doesn't keep spinning around. It grabs it a little bit. Just if you're ever having an issue, give that a shot. Usually the stickier the tape, the better. That said, let's move on, get this set up. I'm going to remove this one, and I'm going to keep these ones here. I'm going to put this one probably in the middle because I think I'm going to be using it the most, so probably best to keep it centered. Put it in here, line it up a little bit, put my Chicago screw on this side and my other one on this side. Tighten her up, and I think we're in business. Let's try it. Tighten it. There we go. We're tightened in, and we got ourselves a Euro hook, a Sparrow's Euro hook on our jackknife. So not too bad of a job. You could do any of the different kind of profiles. If you like a certain rake or you like a certain pick and your jackknife doesn't have it, just buy it and make it. Very simple. Just basically copy and paste. Take one out, trace it, and you're good to go. I mean, it wasn't that hard. And I thought it worked pretty good. I mean, this is a little bit tighter, so I should say too is like the thinner the better. So I think these are 19 thousandths, the one I got. But this one's a 19 thousandths, but if you went up to like 23 or something like that, it might have to take 2 out. That said, as long as I think I push them down together, yep, no problem. Fits the tensioner, not a problem at all. And you got that little handy dandy fingernail spot, and you're good as gold. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was entertaining, something to do. All right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps somebody out there or gives somebody an idea for a project. And we'll catch you all next time.